Tazria Sheni. So as you're familiar with from the end of Rishon, we got into Tzara. So the basic principles that you need to know is a discoloration on a person's skin. There's two avos and two toldos. The av is called a se'es and a baheres. A se'es and a baheres is one's the color of wool and one's the color of snow. They're both white. One is wool is a little bit darker than snow. And each one has a subcategory. The subcategory is going to be darker than the av. But basically they're all shades of white that appear on a person's skin. The shear, the size of it has to be is kigris, which is a machlokes, but it's about 2 centimeters, 2 by 2 centimeters. And that's not enough to make the person tummy. There has to be a hair, or Rashi says 2 hairs, that are growing in it that turn white as well. There's a few simanei tumah. The Sayer love on the white hair is one. There's something called pisya in pasay tifsay. It's going to be a reoccurring topic in the parsha. That's if it spreads. And the third one is michya. Michya is that instead of the hair, inside the white discoloration is going to be a patch of healthy skin. All of those 3 things are a siman tama, and he has to go to the kohen. The kohen looks at it and sees. And if he's not sure, if it doesn't appear lower than the skin, or he doesn't have a white hair, or doesn't have a michya, he's going to lock him up for 7 days and look at it on the 7th day. It's not literally locking him up. He just has to be separate from people, not to make them tameh should he become tameh. There's some Rishonim say when it says his giroi, lock him up, it doesn't mean actually him. It actually means the discoloration. In other words, he'll take a marker and he'll make a mark around the nega to make sure that when he looks at it 7 days later, that it didn't spread, because spreading is one of the simanim of tumah. So that's going to take you into, that started in Sheni, and Sheni picks up where the kohen, after the second time that the kohen locked him up, and he comes to look at him on the 13th day, if the nega, the discoloration got darker, and it fell under one of these 4 shades of white, it became more dark, so that it wouldn't be tameh. So v'tiaroi hakohen mispachasi. Over here, mispachas doesn't mean toma. Here it means it's a skin disease, but it's not the nega that's tameh. But because he was locked up, he still has to go to the mikvah, and he's tar. He's not called a mitzayir muchlat. However, if on that 13th day when the kohen saw him the second time, pasay tifsa hamispachas, it spread, ba'or, then he has to come back to the kohen, and the kohen sees and declares him tameh. Interesting thing to know that when it says the lashon of v'huva la kohen, he's brought to the kohen, the Chazal say that he's brought through others. This lashon you find by the Eved Ivri and by the Saita. And by the Nazir, who also comes to the kohen, it doesn't say the lashon he's brought, it says he goes on his own. So as far and point out, that's part of the problem of how this guy got saras in the first place, that he went with the flow. Society said, do this, do that, come this way, this is gishmak, that's cool. And he got led into lashon hara, to hanging out with the wrong people. The Nazir, he's the guy who's swimming upstream. He's going against, like Avram Avinu. You know, he's not brought to the kohen. He goes to the kohen. He takes himself. And that will take us into Shlishi.